Hello, good evening. Good evening to FPS Gamer. Good evening to N8 Scooby. Hope you are well. And bit of stress, but yes, we're finally there. It's finally downloaded and installed, so we should be all ready to go. So let's cue the opening titles. Good evening, Amaze Taze. I know you've had it for about an hour or so now, haven't you? You've been enjoying it already. So hope you are all well, and we are finally ready to go. Here's the opening titles. Oh, there we go. Well, this is supposed to be fun, isn't it? But sometimes it feels quite stressful getting this all ready. Right. Okay. Well, we'll have a look at the see as well. Yeah. Obviously, I've only literally just installed it, but yeah, hope you are all well. And yeah, it seems as though it's always the forgotten side of the story, isn't it? With the Xbox. Where are we? Birmingham to Crewe. That's what we want, don't we? So I thought we'll start off on foot, as it were. We'll start off in Crewe, just have a little look around. No, I know, absolutely. And I mean, for me, and like I say, out in the country as I am, it takes it forever in a day to download. Wouldn't it be great if I could have just done it this morning and then it was all ready to go at 6 o'clock? Would be so much more straightforward. So I'm sure you'll explain about the problems as well at some point, the Maze Taze, and then, I mean, possibly I might see them as well. But if they could pre-download it, it would take so much. I mean, the thing is, today is supposed to be like release day, and the problem is if it takes you a couple of hours to download it, then you've not got that much time to actually play it. I know that's the thing, isn't it? But at least it's all installed. I nearly forgot to put the VPN on as well, so we nearly had the same problems as we had last time. Right, this is Crewe. Wow, now this looks familiar to me. Now, how far will it let me wander out to begin with? Okay, only as far as there, but that's interesting because last time I came here... Oh, the car's gonna... Are you gonna let me through? Oh, I'm sorry, mate. Right, that's the crossing I came over here last time. Wow. I mean, that is Crewe. The thing is, for such an impressive station, It's actually not the most exciting concourse in the world. You can just about glimpse Crewe Alex's football ground in the distance, and also Rail House, which is completely unoccupied. And this is the taxi stand. Hello. Might have a bit of a fight to get in, I think. Oh, we're through anyway. There is actually a travel centre over there where you can go and buy some tickets, or is it through there? Either way, that's not being modelled, and you have got some ticket machines in this corner in that spare place. But that is where the departure board is, which is quite nice to see. And there is a little shop there as well on the corner. Yeah, absolutely. Fair enough. Right, okay, I'll have a look at that a bit later on, Maze Tays. Evening, Peter. Ah, right, sounds interesting. Yeah, this looks pretty accurate. So let's go through there. Then I don't suppose we'll have access to it, but yeah, that's quite right. That's the first class lounge over there. Crikey, this really does feel as though this is real. This. Yeah, there's a cafe shop over there. That H, that's for W.H. Smith, of course. There should be like a little bistro place here on the corner. Yep, that's about right. This is uncannily realistic. I'm just going to jump in a train just so that I can actually select the camera 8 view, and then we can have a look around outside. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Crewe in its nicest state. Does feel a bit stuttery, I have to say, but of course this is only the first look. But I mean, Crewe's a massive complex. I mean, they are nice, but the font looks rather on the small side, doesn't it? I think that's the first observation there. Crikey, it does feel stuttery. You can see Rail House over there in the corner. Oh, you went from Crewe, did you? I didn't realise. Yeah, when I went, it was from Manchester Piccadilly. There's the avoiding lines over there. And you can see that's Crewe Alex's ground. I love the fact that they have correctly got the big stand, and then the rest of it's smaller. That's as per reality. That's Rail House, which is not completely empty at the moment. So we've got Basford Hall Yard over there. And these are the avoiding lines. So some of the freight in particular goes through the avoiding lines and doesn't actually pass through the station at all. Just interested to see up this end. I mean, we know the APT isn't going to be there, but I'm just intrigued to see if or perhaps I've maybe got a restriction. We can't even see over there, can we? Anyway, we know the APT isn't there, but that is the famous brickwork. And we've got the Pride liveried Pendolino coming in. This is kind of like the outside platform. This is where a lot of the Liverpool Lime Street trains come in at. Yeah, you got another coffee shop there, haven't you? So last time I came here, and when I went down to Amersham to meet Amaze Tays and go on the Heritage Tube train, then I got a coffee from here first of all. It's a Transport for Wales train in. So that's Carmarthen. Yeah, they're way too small, aren't they? Yeah, I'll have to try and work out a way of getting towards the other end of the station. But we've got the electric sidings, and you've got the LSL stock situated over here as well. So Mark 3s, I think there's an 87 and an 86 behind it. We need them in Swallow livery somehow. We need to be able to substitute them. But that's nice. And we just see the Pride liveried Pendolino coming in, or are they all Pride liveried? Yeah, I heard some speculation I read on the forums before I downloaded it that DTG had apparently banned the ambassadors from actually doing a early access preview on the consoles. Yeah, it does look very nice. That's going off towards Stoke. I don't know if you can make out. There should be some buildings a bit further round. Okay, well that's a quick look at Crewe anyway. So I'll reload it up again just so that we're not testing the computer too much, and then we'll take a 350 out for a spin. All right, good evening, King. Hope you are well. Yes, indeed, that's a good way of starting. I like that, Peter. So, did you have the 3-course meal, and then you had some wine or beer with your meal as well? We'll take a 350 out. Am I right in saying that we saw the Pride liveried Pendolino twice there in the space of a few seconds, or am I imagining that? Okay. I suppose we'd better start off with the British Transport Police one, hadn't we, really? Seen as though it's a bit different. So we'll go for something fairly random. Where are we? 11:17. Then hopefully, if we've got time, we'll do a Pendolino run the way back as well. Ah, right, you're a man after my heart, Peter, because that's exactly what I had. I had a bottle of Shiraz as well. I like that, 2 Welsh beers. Well, and could you walk straight when you arrived at Cardiff? Ah, okay. It's perhaps just complete coincidence, that. I don't think you get that on the OTS timetable, though, do you? They seem to have a way of making sure the right stuff comes in. Good evening, Oscar. Yeah, hope you're well. Yeah, it's a pity we don't get paid for advertising the Class 67 service, Peter, because I think we both agree it's absolutely marvellous, and I'll hope to go on it again soon. As you say, probably won't be a thing forever. Excellent, Peter. Made the harder stuff to me. Even like that side as well. Again, that's absolutely bob on. Wasn't quite the British Transport Police one I was imagining him, but anyway, it doesn't matter. So we've got the Northern 323 and the platforms. So that'll be going off to Manchester Piccadilly. There's nothing in these bay platforms. They are for the Stoke, Derby and Newark Castle services. And we've just arrived in here from Liverpool Lime Street. So we're calling it Crewe, Stafford, Penkridge, Wolverhampton, Cosley and Birmingham New Street. All right, fantastic, Oscar. I always think of horse racing with Newbury, but is that to do a bit of train spotting?
Welcome aboard this London North Western Railway service to Birmingham New Street. We'll be calling at Stafford, Penkridge, Wolverhampton, Cosley and Birmingham New Street.
We're off.
Please familiarise yourself with the safety notices displayed throughout the train.
Good evening, Seb. Yeah, hope you're well. So amazing to be seeing Crewe, though, I have to say. I mean, the catenary, the way it's been laid out, looks absolutely superb. So you've got the line to Shrewsbury and onto South Wales going off to the right. And then the Stoke line via Alsager, Kidsgrove, Stoke-on-Trent, and would also stop at Stone on the way towards Stafford as well. And we're taking the main line. Oh, that'll be interesting. Hope you have a great time at in Newbury. So we've got the huge freight yards behind us. I thought I wouldn't do this in the fog anyway. All right, excellent, Oscar. Yeah, I suppose that's the thing, isn't it? You haven't got this one yet. Really up to you, Seb. I mean, I'm just going to be doing this, obviously, this route tonight. It would feel rude not to. That's excellent, Peter. Well, I'll tell you what, though, it's almost worth having the issues in a way by getting your free trip next time around. There's something weird going on with that livery, isn't there? We've got one carriage that's all blue, isn't it? The whole thing's supposed to be all blue, or is that just me? So I'm hoping to pick out on the Madeley when we go through it. We've got quite a straight stretch here. This is one of the fastest parts of the West Coast Main Line until we get a bit of a bend at Whitmore. Oh yeah, definitely, Peter. Well, hopefully you will get it sometime soon. Yeah, excellent, Thomas. Yeah, hope you're well too. I mean, I love the Manchester Airport commuter routes, and we've just got that frustrating little section now where we're missing the section between Crewe and Wilmslow. We're going through the Cheshire countryside into North Staffordshire. Couldn't tell you exactly where the border is actually. But yeah, I like the look of the distant scenery. Seems really strange because I know this part of the world so well. There's all the stories back in the day about the steam trains that LMS used to try and get full speed on this section because it's one of the few straight sections on the on the West Coast Main Line. So I'm just double checking. No, I'm a bit too early. Sorry, I'm looking for Madeley, but we're not quite there yet, I don't think. Oh, excellent, Seb. Well, that's another part of the West Coast Main Line anyway, isn't it? So it's good that you're able to do that. So we should be 110, shouldn't we? But we're on the... I think we're on the up slow at the moment. That's why we're restricted to 100. Because I think for this section, the up and down fast are the left two lines over there. Yeah, how many times has it failed on you, Peter? Is it a couple of times? Yeah, we're going like a little cutting here. I think this is literally just before Madeley. It's looking very nice. Yeah, you can see the houses in and around now. So this is the village of Madeley. Ah, this was the place I was looking out for. Sorry about this, folks. I'm getting all excited. Yeah, this is a road I know well. So yeah, this is Manor Road. This is. Now, by rights, yeah, this is. Ooh, that lamppost is not quite in the right place. We can't go any further, can we? I was just wondering, I wanted to see whether there's supposed to be a church there in the corner, but anyway, we won't worry about that too much. Hello, Willie, hope you're well. Oh, crikey. Well, they've been playing games with you, I think, up the TFW. I wonder if it kind of is a little indication of their overall reliability then. But yeah, I know this section really well. We're shortly going to come up to the bit where you might remember I actually posted a couple of videos, which is at a place called Stableford. There used to be a pub called the Cock Inn in this neck of the woods, so this should be coming up very, very soon. I think this might be it, actually. Sorry about these flights of fantasy. We will get on ASAP with the actual route. I think that might be it. I'm a bit disappointed, actually. I think... are we... I might be a bit far off. If that's where I'm thinking it is, then we are missing a couple of things there. I think it is, because that's the footbridge. That's where I recorded the videos standing on the road there. But the road is supposed to actually go off there, and then, well, you can see the other end of it where it carries on, but we are missing a bit there. That's slightly disappointing, actually. Yeah, absolutely, Peter, but it's right now. This is the last time, I promise, but before we get to Stafford. But this is Whitmore. I'm glad to see they've put that in. That's the old ticket office on Whitmore Station. Oh, actually, that is good. That does look excellent. And then you have some, well, really, they're supposed to be cottages down there, but this is a place that is a very special location for me personally, because you used to be able to go through. There didn't used to be gates there, and there used to be a kind of a little ledge here. It's not quite represented, but you literally used to be able to kind of sit on this ledge up here, and you would have this amazing view looking down, up and down the line, which me and my dad used to do. And though that looks exactly right, so we'll just go up here briefly. So I'm glad they got this road in, because this is the main A53. And this is the Sheet Anchor pub here. And at least we do have, okay, it's like just one shop in reality, but at least they've kind of done that all right. I'm impressed with that. Anyway, we won't keep doing that, but I've just got one I want to look at just before we get to Samwell and Dudley, but pretty much we'll try and get a move on here, otherwise we're going to be here all night. We're hurtling towards Stafford. I'm thinking about it, I've got my bearings wrong. This is actually Stableford coming up, but I'm not gonna wander through at this point. Yeah, they have got the road in there, that's fine. And actually that looks pretty damn good because it's like farm stroke cottages, and there's an old water station building, should be with a tower on the corner, which there isn't on there, but yeah, that actually does look pretty decent. I wished I could be Seb, but I do have to get up for work in the morning, unfortunately. Oh, excellent train spotting. And good evening, Big X Gaming fan. Good evening, Kate, as well. I mean, it's. I'm guessing it's probably more stuttery the first time because you always have this thing about loading in the shaders. There's another Pride livery Pendolino. I don't think I've seen an ordinary liveried one yet. Ah, excellent, Seb. Yeah, Seb's having a go on. He's driving himself London Euston to Milton Keynes because he hasn't quite got this route yet. Yeah, I think Thomas Gaming, that's something a lot of people have called for, the 730, and it'd be kind of double bubble, wouldn't it? Because you know, you'd have great use for it on the West Coast Main Line. You could use it on this route. You could use it on London Euston to Milton Keynes, and you could use it on the Cross City line as well. So it would have plenty of interest. All right, crikey, big Iki gaming fan. That's a nuisance. Yeah, fair enough, Concord. Yeah, and I know that it's you know, it's a constant problem, isn't it? And it does seem as though this time, as though they almost deliberately hiding the fact that there are issues on consoles. That's how it seems anyway. You know, I could be miles from the truth in saying that, but that seems to be the perception. All right, okay. Well, I hope you get it sorted, Big E Kate. It's a damn nuisance when you have computer problems. I'll probably do a couple of hours, Seb. I think the idea is we're going to do a run to Birmingham New Street, and then we'll take the Pendolino coming back. Well, exactly, Seb. That's the problem. So we should be passing under the M6 in the not too distant future. We have all the lines coming in from Stoke at Norton Bridge. That's the old line there on the right. And of course, there's this huge, massive junction nowadays. Yeah, I mean, Cross City have got the problems as well, haven't they? Not least for timekeeping. It's a possibility, Thomas. The only thing is, though, mind you, I think there is one early in the morning, because most of the Voyager services will be Birmingham New Street to Stafford, but there is one that goes through past my neck of the woods about 8 o'clock in the morning. So I tend to only see it if I'm running a little bit on the late side for work. Speaking of Voyagers, but the vast majority of them will only go as far as Stafford in terms of drivable, because they'll go off towards Stoke and Macclesfield, Stockport, towards Manchester Piccadilly. Oh, right, excellent, big EK. You get the feeling that they've slightly rushed this release, which, you know, bearing in mind it's only, 3 weeks ago since TSW6 came out, it wouldn't have done any harm to have delayed this by a week or two, really, would it? Yeah, it does sound nice, Peter. Right, this is the M6. Oh, I'm glad to see traffic on it. That's nice, because when you came under this section on the Train Sim Classic routes, there was absolutely zero traffic. Ah, excellent, big EK. That is good. So we are coming in towards Stafford.
We are now approaching Stafford. Please mind the gap when leaving the train, and step onto the platform before removing heavy luggage and pushchairs. Whilst at the station, if you see something that doesn't look right, speak to our team or text the British Transport Police on 61016.
Yeah, there is some trap joint sounds, isn't there? But maybe a bit on the quiet side. And of course, you know, I'm listening to it through the headset rather than how it actually sounds, so but yeah, this definitely feels like Stafford. Oh yeah, the timings are broke, aren't they? We haven't got an arrival time, so we don't know whether we're on time or not.
This is Stafford. Welcome aboard this London North Western Railway service to Birmingham New Street. The next stop will be Penkridge. Whilst at the station, if
Cosley and 5 will be the 11.
They seemed a bit in and out there, didn't they?
Calling at Stafford, Crewe, Winsford, Hertford, Acton Bridge, Runcorn, South Park, and Lime Street. Platform 5 for the 11:39 London North Western Railway service to Liverpool Lime Street.
Well, yeah, I recognise.
Platform 1 for the 11:41 Avanti West Coast service to London Euston. Calling at London Euston only. Platform 5 for the 11:39 London North Western Railway service to Liverpool Lime Street. Calling at Crewe, Winsford, Hertford, Runcorn, and
Yeah, it looks pretty decent. I think there's supposed to be a car dealership actually over there on the corner, and I think they've got, by the looks of it, shame we can't move the camera around a bit more, but it looks like they have got the parking and the general surround. Of course, Stafford was one of these stations that was completely rebuilt in the 60s. Doesn't seem to be, does that? I mean, Crewe's the station really for train spotting, but you do get them at Stafford. You might have a couple down at this end of the platform. Yeah, it does look right, I have to say. I don't think so, Seb, to be honest, really. I think the...
welcome aboard this London North Western Railway service to Birmingham New Street. We'll be calling at Penkridge, Wolverhampton, Cosley, and Birmingham New Street.
I think, really...
Please familiarise yourself with the safety notices displayed throughout the train.
There we go. We can talk now. I think it's more just a question of just having a quick chill out and having a look round.
Something that doesn't look right, speak to staff or text the British Transport Police on 61016. We'll sort it. See it? Say it. Sorted.
That's a good point, actually, Thomas. That's something I must look up. I mean, I know the area pretty well. I mean, I'm only a few miles away, but I'm in North Staffordshire, and of course, by the time you get to Crewe, you are in Cheshire. But I have to confess, I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to look that up. There we go. We can hear the passengers whittering away as well, can't we, in the background, which is something you can turn down. So, of course, if we were going pretty much straight on, we would be heading down the Trent Valley line towards Rugby, but we are going to head onto the line down towards Penkridge and Wolverhampton, and then on to Birmingham New Street. Yeah, so Seb's on his journey towards Milton Keynes Central. And it's very interesting, you know, it's pretty much real open countryside between Crewe and Wolverhampton, and then beyond there, and you know, of course they call it the Black Country, it really is industrial heartland, and such a contrast. And I'll be quite intrigued. I mean, I'm not going to have time to do it tonight, but I'm quite looking forward to doing a stopping service between Wolverhampton and Birmingham New Street as well. And you know, you've got old factories, you've got, you know, sort of derelict buildings, modern industrial stuff as well. You've got scrap yards, canals. It's absolutely jam-packed full of stuff. And I think Johannes of Incredible Trains has worked on the section between Wolverhampton and Birmingham New Street. Yeah, it just seems a bit quiet over the points to me. I don't know whether they've quite got the full track joint sounds in.
Calling at
Eh? Sounded like we got a station announcement when we went outside of the train then. That was a bit random. Yes, indeed, yeah. Although, to be honest though, if you're in Leek, you're more likely to be crossing, you know, you've kind of got the bit between Staffordshire and Derbyshire, haven't you? I once watched a cricket match at Leek between Lancashire and Derbyshire, which I thought was quite amusing, seeing as though the ground was actually in Staffordshire. But they've done a lovely job with the scenery. I love the fact that you've kind of got distant scenery going on there as well, and you know, some of those buildings there in the background, probably it wouldn't have made masses of difference if they hadn't included them, but you just get that feeling that it goes on a bit. Another Pride livery in Pendolino. I think I've seen one ordinary Avanti West Coast one so far. I've just had somebody sneezing in the carriage behind us. I know, Peter, yeah. Well, we are going to take it to Birmingham New Street with the old rod hole. Of course, Penkridge is famous for its market, and there is a good. I can see a church in the background. I'm pleased about that.
Approaching Penkridge. Please mind the gap when leaving the train, and step onto the platform before removing heavy luggage and pushchairs. Whilst at the station, if you see something that doesn't look right, speak to our team or text the British Transport Police on 61016.
Yeah, I think that was just there was where the market is situated. But I remember doing a bit of filming once, years and years ago now, with my niece. She came with me rather randomly, but I filmed on this platform. I remember walking through a churchyard to to get onto the station.
This is Penkridge. Welcome aboard this London North Western Railway service to Birmingham New Street.
The train at platform 1 is the 11:46 London North
We're a bit
Western
late.
Railway service to Birmingham New Street, calling at Cosley and Birmingham New Street. Will passengers intending to travel on this service please join the train now, as it is ready to leave.
Yeah, there's some sort of path in reality to get from the churchyard up to the station, unless it was, might have been, I don't know, that might be missing. Yeah, I think I would have been on time actually, but for waiting around at Stafford. I believe it is a thing though, actually. I remember Don Coffey mentioning this in his... of course, he doesn't speak on his
Welcome aboard
YouTube
London
videos.
North Western Railway service to Birmingham New Street. We'll be calling at Wolverhampton, Cosley and Birmingham New Street.
That's a good point, FPS Gamer, I think.
Please familiarise yourself with the safety notices displayed throughout the train.
Yeah, I think there was something about the bells at Ely Cathedral, wasn't there, on an Alan Thompson route, I seem to remember. But yeah, I think
If you see something that doesn't look right, speak to staff or text the British Transport Police on 61016. We'll sort it. See it? Say it. Sorted.
I mean, it is good to have all these announcements on, but they don't half go on a bit. But yeah, there was a Don Coffey video where I think it might have been Crewe to Manchester Piccadilly to Crewe, as I remember. And I think he was saying that the drivers in EMUs could very often hear the passengers chatting behind them from the cab. I mean, this part of the route's running quite nicely. Very difficult to know whether it doesn't feel any different to drive than the one that's on the West Coast Main Line South. And I know there was various things they were tweaking. There were some things that they were bringing out with the release of this, and then there's some things they're bringing out in a patch. But it feels very similar. Very good, Peter. I like it. I do like having the announcements in, though. I must say it's added a whole new feature to the game, and it's good that we're getting on the platforms as well. And when I've got a chance for a more considered, proper look at the line, then it's going to be good to see it in some detail and hear the announcements. Yeah, I think the problem is on a school night like this, it's quite difficult really to for everybody to take all this in this time. And I say when we get to Sunday, we'll have a real proper run, and we'll have more time to do it real justice, I think. There we go. So I've driven it 35 miles now. So I'm kind of wondering, actually, I mean, because it is getting quite late, I might do a Voyager service that just goes as far as Stafford, because I think it's getting a bit late, really, to do a full run all the way back to Crewe. We're still very much in the country landscape at the moment, which is quite amazing, really, when we're only 3.3 miles away from Wolverhampton. It'd be nice to do a rail tour run as well at some point. Well, we will be giving that 66 a run out again, I'm sure, at some point. It'd be nice, actually. I mean, there's plenty of freight stuff from Basford Hall Yard, so we will be doing a bit of that. Ah, right, the train guy, 61. Yeah, I think there's obviously going to be some teething problems, and I've not really caught up yet with what's working on what, but as ever, it's been a slightly frenetic release day, I think. But they look as though they've done a absolutely stunning job with all the line side scenery. I think that junction there, that's Busbury Junction, isn't it? So that's the line that avoids Birmingham New Street. And I think goes round the back towards Walsall and via Bescott Yard. Yeah, it's only on the later consoles, isn't it, Concorde? Excellent, Peter. Won't be tonight, anyway. That I can guarantee you. Crikey, when I press the 2 button, you don't half get a pause. Yeah, now we're getting really into the distant scene, all the industrial stuff in and around Wolverhampton, aren't we? You can see those student accommodation blocks actually at the station. We've got the Shrewsbury line coming in now, and we've got Oxley Car Depot in the game as well. I think this used to be I'm not sure what it is these days, but this used to be like a brewery, I think, on the corner.
We are now approaching Wolverhampton. Please mind the gap when leaving the train and step onto the platform before removing heavy luggage and pushchairs. Whilst at the station, if you see something that doesn't look right, speak to our team or text the British Transport Police on 61016.
Yeah, it's yellow, isn't it? Amber, it's not red, is it? No, platform 4, yeah, we're okay. Not totally convinced about that building there. I think that seems slightly generic. You know, I never even realised that the waterways went down there. We're getting a bit too fast here, aren't we? I'm not. It's only. I know it's only the later consoles, the Train Guy 61, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm not very well up on consoles. I've always only ever played the game on PC only. So we're coming into Wolverhampton. So we'll be able to do those Transport for Wales services from Wolverhampton to Birmingham New Street. And again, another incredibly busy station.
This is
West Midlands Railway service to Shrewsbury. Platform.
I think that's a Premier Inn. That's the
Service to
student accommodation. And then glorious Wolverhampton beyond here. You can't actually take the camera and see, can you? But in the build-up, they actually said that Molyneux was included in the game. That's obviously the old multi-story car park. This is the new entrance. That looks nice how they've done that. £170 coming in with the Shrewsbury service. Oh, hang on, 12:01. Oh, we're actually early for all that. Keep them unlocked, haven't I, for a minute? So we've got another.
Platform 3 for the 12:07 service to London Euston. Calling at Smethwick Galton Bridge, Birmingham New Street, Marston Green, Birmingham International, Stafford, Wolverhampton, Smethwick Galton Bridge, Birmingham New Street, Marston Green, and London Euston.
Yeah, it's interesting. We're
The
12:01.
train at platform 4 is the 12:01 London Northwestern
That's our
Railway
service.
to Birmingham New Street, calling at Coasley and Birmingham New Street. Will passengers intending to travel on this service please join the train now, as it is ready to leave.
Well, they're probably too late anyway because I've just shut the doors. Oh, fair enough, Amaze, yeah.
Welcome aboard this London North.
Yeah, I'll see you on Sunday, and we'll have a proper go on this.
Coasley and Birmingham New Street. Please familiarise yourself with the safety notices displayed throughout the train.
Yeah, I think it's pretty much all there, the Train Guy. Yeah, I'm a bit flummoxed as to... The thing is, Molyneux's not all that close to the station anyway. And at all the times I've ever changed trains at Wolverhampton, I've never seen the football ground. But they did make a point of saying in the write-ups that it would be included. So it seems a bit strange that the camera won't actually zoom out as far as that. Yeah, night to base Tage. Yeah, thanks for joining us. I know it's been a bit of a late one. And see you Sunday, and we'll have a proper run on it. And but oh, thanks for joining us. The sound's gone. Yikes! That's a glitch, isn't it? I've never had that happen before on the game. So just to confirm, I presume you, like me, can't hear any sound from the train at the minute. That is weird. Right, let us save that then. And then, where are we? Hopefully we will get sound back. Possibly, Peter, yeah. I mean, they did say in the write-up, I mean, I was surprised it would be included because it's quite a distance from the station. But they definitely said it in the write-up. Maybe it was just a mistake that they made. That was very strange, the sound going off altogether. Wow. I've never ever had that in any route in the game. I mean, that to me is quite inexcusable, to be honest. And I mean, there's a couple of instances where you felt that they've just gone for release for it just a little bit too quick. Well, they were not only quiet, they actually completely dropped out entirely. So I'm reloading the game up. Hopefully we will be back with sounds again in a minute. And if it isn't, we'll have to kind of go for the run from Birmingham New Street a bit quicker than we were anticipating. But I mean, that is something that surely, with all the testing, should never happen. Although I'm getting this weird feeling that I'm suddenly not getting any sounds in the game at all on anything at the minute. Because I wasn't getting any menu music, nothing. Wow. Nothing, is there? This is very disappointing. Let's just, out of interest, just load... yeah, see, I'm getting no sounds whatsoever in the game. Let's just quit the game for a minute. I mean, I know we've talked about... It's strange, isn't it? You know, I kind of always sympathise with the console users' problems, and but I wasn't quite anticipating that the sound would just cut out like that. Well, I think the trouble is they just shouldn't be releasing stuff that are this resource intensive that it doesn't work. I mean, just to remind myself that the sounds are okay. Yeah, you see, that's definitely okay. I'm not getting any menu sounds for the game whatsoever as the game is loading up. So this isn't going to work, is it? So a question for you all at this stage. I know there's a few of you watching, but I think the only thing I can try out is to reboot the computer. So I'd need to end the stream and restart it again. Do you want me to do that and give it a go, or do you want me to give in for the night? I'll leave it up to you. Yeah, I don't think it's the settings, to be honest, the train guy. I mean, obviously nothing's been changed. It's just literally bombed out. There's no sounds whatsoever, is there? I mean, you can't hear any music coming through at all, can you, at the moment? Yeah, well, that's true, Peter. So just tell me this, just in case this is me in some way. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Ah. I've just realised me... I think this might be user error. I think my headphones had come unstuck. Because I couldn't hear any menu music. Then I realised that I think it's me. Yeah, I mean, the menu music is on quite low anyway. That's intentionally because I kind of don't want it blowing out. But I think it was me. There we go. Yeah, we're back. It was me all along. there we go. Yeah, my headset had come unstuck. So hopefully we're all okay again now. You can hear. Yeah, it's the age-old problem, isn't it? It's like, you know, it's like being at work and I can't see anything on my screen. You know, have you thought about switching your monitor on? Oh well, there we go. I was panicking then. So we're about a mile away from Cosley. I mean, I've got to say this, they've captured the feel of the place really well. I mean, I love all that with the, you know, you've got sort of
please mind the gap when leaving the train.
Multitude of vans, diggers, all sorts going on.
Removing heavy luggage and pushchairs. Whilst at the station, if you see something that doesn't look right, speak to our team or text the British Transport Police on 61016.
So this is Cosley, and then after that I think we're non-stop into New Street.
This is Cosley. Welcome aboard this London North Western Railway service to Birmingham New Street. The next stop will be Birmingham New Street. Whilst at the station, if you see something that...
It's interesting that, you know, they obviously haven't got the London North Western Railway branding, but they have got the West Midlands Railway branding, which I find odd because I thought they were essentially the same company.
Intending to travel on this service, please join the train now, as it is ready to leave. Platform 1 for the 1206 London North Western Railway service to Birmingham New Street, which is ready to leave.
Oh, there's a Voyager going northbound. I'm afraid for passengers trying to leave this station, they will need to walk around the station sign. They will not be able to pass through a solid sign. Absolutely right, Peter. Yeah, I completely agree.
Please familiarise yourself with the safety notices displayed throughout the train.
If you see something that doesn't look right, speak to staff or text the British Transport Police on 61016. We'll sort it. See it? Say it. Sorted.
I'm sure this route's going to have a lot of mileage done in terms of videos, and I know there's been a lot of people streaming it today, so thank you very much for watching. Quite nice closed-in feel in terms of the buildings and everything going on in the background. Oh yes, absolutely. Yeah, it's the one thing that they've never mastered with the game about the passengers. Passengers have always been completely out of control and quite amusing. So I think that's, I'm trying to remember now, Wolverhampton, Cosley, Tipton. Ah, right, okay. FPS gamer, yeah. Yeah, I'm the same, to be honest. I had a coffee before the stream, but I'm quite thirsty now. But I haven't really got time for another one. I know this is Dudley Port with the island platform. Yeah, it looks marvellous, doesn't it, Jamie, to be honest? And inevitably there's been a few bits of teething problems, and I know some of the console users, and there has been bits and pieces that aren't quite right, but there are always bound to be. Now, keep an eye out on that signal, because that was double yellow. But it looks it looks an immense job, in all honesty, what All Aboard Studios have done, and they've done it in lightning fast time. I think they only started something like the beginning of the year, believe it or not, and I think we had a teaser back in April to say, which most of us immediately thought that's Crewe without any question at all. Hoping that signal's cleared by the time we get there. Well, it's definitely a red this time, isn't it? All right, fantastic, the train guy. Yeah, it's good to add another stretch of the line in. Now we're waiting for something somewhere. That's part of the famous canal network, and I think they say Birmingham's got more canals than Venice, don't they? We need some of these camera 8 things for you need to be able to move around a bit more. There's the chap on the train sim check mod guy who tends to do a barrier every so often. Yeah, it's definitely still red, isn't it? Perhaps coast up to it a little bit closer, maybe. So what's going on now? So central player. I think it might be that train stopped at Sandwell and Dudley, so hopefully we might be all right. Well, how far can we get down? That's weird as well. We seem to be... You can't, like, change it from forward, oddly. So I'm hoping once that train clears away from Sandwell and Dudley, we should have a clear run. But I'm hoping we haven't got a blockage. We've got some rather blurry textures there, so we've got a 170 there, so that's also got a red signal. And then this is this is Sandwell and Dudley.
19 West Midlands Railway service to Wolverhampton.
Well, if that's supposed to be the 12:04, it's been waiting here for a heck of a long time. See, he's got a green signal, but you kind of get the impression... Yeah, I think you might be right, Peter, yeah. Somehow I've got a suspicion that there aren't too many holiday makers walking around the canals in Venice.
The next train to arrive at platform 2 will be the 12:19 West Midlands Railway service to
This train is
Wolverhampton,
moving, is it?
calling at Sandwell and Dudley, Dudley Port, Tipton, Cosley and Wolverhampton. Platform 2 for the 12:19 West Midlands Railway service to Wolverhampton.
Right, I've got a plan. Right, so get rid of that one. I'm great, Southwestern. How are you? Yeah, thanks for joining us. We're in a little bit of a hiatus here because our train has been blocked so far, and I think that train that was that 350 just was not going to get any access. So, right, the 170 is now clear. So we might now be okay. Yeah, we've now got a single yellow at least. There's always a way, isn't there? Yeah, have you have you bought it Southwestern, this new route? Have you been played around with it? Ah, right, excellent. Yeah, I wonder if I've managed to pick the only service that's got a blockage, or whether there are a few like that. I just don't know. Yeah, it does seem to a bit, doesn't it? Now, I haven't quite been able to pick it out, but somebody was telling me earlier on, Chris Robinson made a comment, and he said that there's a derelict building around here which was Chancy's Glassworks, and he was saying his granddad worked there, and it's now a listed building, and he was like really pleased and amazed to see it represented in the game. Right, so we should be all right now. We've got a green signal. It's very, very heavily laden with trees anyway, isn't it? I do get the feeling that it could have had a little bonus in terms of just adding a bit more time for it to settle down before they released it, a bit more testing. Ah, right, fair enough, Peter. Yeah, well, thank you very much as ever for joining us. It's been interesting, and glad you've had a quick look at this. I think this is it, actually. I think this is the I've kind of got my bearings wrong. It was the other way round. I was looking for it. That's the old Chancy's old glassworks, I think, which is lovely to see something as old and as detailed as that put in the game. But yeah, thanks for joining us, Peter, and hopefully catch up with you Sunday. Hi, Kane. Hope you are well. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, and I'd love to know the whole story, really. But we know that Kez, or I think it's Kieran, isn't it? Kind of fell out with the ATS guys with building the Alan Thompson Manchester Airport route. And yeah, there's lots of similarities in many ways, but he certainly knows how to build a good route. Ah, excellent, Cade. So this is your model railway, is it? This is Smethwick Galton Bridge, by the way. Have I picked the only service that might be broke? Of course, there is a train line going over the top, which I think goes off towards Kidderminster, and then Birmingham New Street. But I think they decided not to put any trains in it. Let's tap my signals again. So let's have another look at the map. Don't know why that train's stopped. Hang on. Seems like remove a train time. Right, now we've got yellow. Good that we've got a heavy timetable, but it just seems as though we've got stuck trains at the moment for some reason. Ah, excellent, Southwestern. Yeah, you've got extensive Voyager announcements. So I'll be interested to find out if it is just me with this. I mean, I've obviously just picked one random scenario, but we're struggling a bit with it at the moment, has to be said. Which, you know, to be fair, that might be perfectly realistic, but it seems a bit OTT. I mean, we're stuck again by the looks of it. Getting this feeling it's going to be midnight by the time we get into Birmingham New Street. This Rolfe Street, is it? Smethwick Rolfe Street, yeah. And that's the last station, I think, isn't it, before New Street? I've not yet, Southwestern. This is literally the first go at it because there's another Pendolino. And weirdly, we've had I've seen one ordinary liveried Avanti Pendolino so far. The rest have all been Pride liveried ones. This is very weird. I don't mind having to remove one train, but this is getting to the point where you're having to remove loads of them. Yeah, it's something strange about that. I mean, it's lovely to see the Pride liveried one, but it feels as though it's all out of sync. Ah, it's Danuta, our main menu man. Maybe not tonight, mate. Well, we're only 2.4 miles away from Birmingham New Street, so it might be a question of deleting all the trains before we get into the station. So we've got another red signal coming up, I think. Maybe at the end of the run, Danuta. Yeah, see another one, stop further down. This isn't right, is it? Let's see if there's any more further down. Yeah, there's another one there. That's ours. Yeah, there's another one there. I mean, this is ridiculous, isn't it, really? There we are. Get rid of that one. Any more further down? Yep, there's one there. What have we got further down here? I think there'll be more yet. Yep, there's one there. Yeah, clearly there are things wrong with this, aren't there? There's no doubt about it. So we'll go a bit further on. I still don't think I've shifted the whole lot. We're only 3 miles away from Birmingham New Street. But hopefully this is just a... well, it will be just a teething problem. Maybe they've released the wrong build of the game. But I'm determined to get into Birmingham New Street. But yeah, looking forward. You mentioned about the depot move from Soho in the 323 Southwestern, and that's something I'll look forward to doing, because it felt like it was something that was missing originally from the Cross City line. I think they even put the track in as far as Soho depot, so it's great that we're going to have it. We've got it included. But I can't quite believe that some of this is not being fixed. Yeah, it's got to be trade spotting. I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? I mean, that's never been a problem before. It's just not quite ready yet, is it? That's the thing. Give it another week, it would be fine. Yeah, 100% Southwestern. And I think it's... You've already seen it's an absolutely excellent route. And... you know, loving the quality. Well, there can't be that many more trains in that 2-mile section, but I can't remember how many I've cleared out of the way, but we've probably had about an hour's trains. I mean, I can imagine that pathing the services into Birmingham New Street would be an absolute nightmare, but this is just ridiculous. Yeah, I think so. I don't think anybody would have criticised DTG if they'd have said, look, we've got a few teething problems, but we'll get it right and then we'll release it when it's completely ready. Yeah, exactly. We weren't gagging for a brand new route just yet. And I get, obviously, you know, from All Aboard Studios' point of view, oh, we've actually got a moving train going the other way. There's the Voyager. But it wasn't kind of crucial that it was released this quickly. I mean, my hunch is that they've actually released the wrong game. I think they've released the wrong build or something for this to have happened. Right, so there's one there. One there. There's another one there. And then that's basically Birmingham New Street, but we'll see. Good evening, dude. It's absolutely beautiful. And I think they've done a grand job with the station, the scenery, but we're having a few issues with the timetable, and you know, I've just picked a random service, and ever since Wolverhampton I've been basically deleting absolutely loads of trains in front of me to try and get somewhere close to the station. So there's something not quite right with the timetable. Let's say that. Right, have they confirmed it, have they, David? I know they said something about the consoles, and I mean, this has happened before, no end of times. So we've just got one more signal before the station, but I think that's red as well. So
We are now approaching Birmingham New Street. Please mind the gap when leaving the train.
Ooh.
And step onto the platform before removing heavy luggage and pushchairs. Whilst at the station, if you see something that doesn't look right, speak to our team or text the British Transport Police on 61016.
Well, I don't think the British Transport Police are going to sort us out access into the station. Right, platform 1. So if we get rid of that train there, then hopefully we have access into the platform. Okay. Well, we are train spotting. We're determined. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, dude, yeah. And, you know, I'm not massively worried. I mean, at the end of the day, this is release day. Gives me a bit of stress, you know, doing the first night stream. But this is a magnificent route that's going to be give us hours and hours and hours of enjoyment. Feels like an achievement getting into New Street. Ladies and gentlemen, apologies for the delay. We've had all sorts of signalling problems getting into Birmingham New Street today, but we've managed to eliminate the trains that were blocking our path, and we are finally on our approach to Birmingham New Street. Thanks for bearing with us. Yeah, this is, I mean, it's all happened before with the wrong release build. Oh, 100% dude, yeah. I mean, they've done an absolutely magnificent job, to be fair. I just feel as though stuff like this, you know, it just shouldn't happen, but it happens time and time again with Dovetail games. And they've got the lightings all a little bit different now. So hopefully, I mean, by Sunday, I would have thought with the next live stream, we will have this all sorted.
This is Birmingham New Street. Welcome aboard this London North Western Railway
service to Birmingham New Street. Calling at Birmingham New Street only.
I mean, it's the same station basically that we had on the Cross City line, but oh, there's yet another Pride. There's an infestation of Pride livery Pendolinos. That's the cinema building over there. And I know if you look carefully enough, we probably can't go with the camera, can we there? But I know that you can carry on to Birmingham New Street. Right, just let us go down there. That's interesting. I know this isn't really properly, but I just about see it. I know the track is in there, down there for Birmingham New Street. And they've got all sorts of extra stuff going on with the signals and other bits and bobs. All that stuff up there as well, that's new, isn't it? Yeah, so these are new signs as well that look much more accurate for Birmingham New Street. You can almost smell the diesel fumes. Yeah, there's the Voyager. That's going to Liverpool Lime Street. But slightly delayed, shall we say. Yeah, there's definitely all sorts of rubbish going on with the timetable, isn't there? Good question, Train Spotting D. It's 22:13. I think what I might do, I might just do a quick run to Stafford, and then we'll call it a day. So let's just close the game again, and then I'll probably play a quick advert. I'll be back in a sec. Right, so we'll do a quick run up to Stafford anyway in the Voyager. And to be honest, if we get any more blockages, I'm guessing it's more likely to be an issue going into Birmingham New Street. So hopefully coming out the other way might not be too bad. Ah, excellent, Southwestern. Well, that proves it works anyway. I've been working on that. The idea is I'm trying to put adverts in that don't distract you from the actual stream, and I just manually insert them. But somebody somewhere said I'm supposed to get a countdown which tells me when it's coming on, but it doesn't do that. But hopefully it's not too distracting for you. So where are we? Voyager. Yeah, we want yeah, that should do us. Yeah, 32 minutes, Painted to Manchester Piccadilly, and then we'll call it a day after that. Now I'm playing on PC, David. Yeah, definitely right, Train Spotting D. I haven't done the Western service on Rail Tour on the Riviera line yet. That's something I'd like to do ASAP. Headlights on for day, and then what side are we on platform wise? So another issue there. This is, oh dear, yikes. Well, I suppose it's one way of arriving at Birmingham New Street. Got a cross country. That'll be a Nottingham Cardiff service, I think. Hopefully by Sunday they'll have sorted out these problems. Yes, just look quite funny. That's fair enough, Train Spotting D. It is getting a bit late, isn't it, to be honest? So I mean, really, I should be giving it a day, but we'll complete the run. So let's shut the doors, and then hopefully when we get to Wolverhampton, then we will. A passenger. Oh, I'm stuck and back home. That's really all we need, isn't it?
The next station is Wolverhampton. This is a cross-country service to Manchester Piccadilly.
We've now got a door that is stuck. That's the culprit. Right, so hopefully that's sorted that. Yeah, fair enough, Train Spotted D. Yeah, it's good of you to join us, and it's been fun. Not exactly trouble-free, but there we go. By and large, not my fault. Although I did have that problem with the earphones coming out at one stage. Yeah, we are moving. Yeah, you might be right, David. I'm hoping, though, if they've got the wrong build of this out, which it feels as though it must be, then I would have thought that hopefully they'll get it quickly sorted. Either that or I've picked two really random services and everyone else is fine, but somehow I can't see that will be the case. Right, so we're just getting as far as Stafford on this, because the vast majority of cross-country services, of course, would be going towards Stoke and then Macclesfield, Stockport, Manchester Piccadilly. Oh, well, they actually showed on T, are they? Right, right, that's a good point actually, never thought of that. Right, so we should be at Wolverhampton 13:48. Or was that supposed to be? No. No, it doesn't give us a time for Stafford, does it? I like the fact that we've got double-headed, doubled up voyages, though, because that wasn't really apparent very much on the Riviera line, and of course it's a very, very common sight to see two voyages coupled up together to form. Sometimes it's a 220, 221 combination, isn't it? So you get like a 9-carriage one. But I mean, you can't deny that the scenery is beautiful, or very well done anyway. It's nice to see it in proper colour, as it were, as well. Because I've not watched any of the ambassador streams. I've studiously avoided them so as I can get my own kind of first view of it. And it's obviously the preview stream I did watch, but that was rather weird, where Matt just played it with all the fog on, and he sort of said, oh, that's the best time to view this route, but it didn't look very nice at all. Yeah, it's a bit of a mess, shall we say. And I know they'll sort it. I know they'll sort it. I'm certainly not going to be crying out for a refund, because I know that once everything's done. But I just don't get why they had to rush and get this out today. I think another couple of weeks and it would have been absolutely perfect. And I'm guessing the thing is, either the ambassadors have got a more advanced version that hasn't got these faults in, or they've been specifically told, right, these are the services you can actually do because they work. But I don't get why these things seem to constantly happen with DTG. It's very, very strange, isn't it? I'm quite glad to get away from Birmingham New Street, to be honest. I mean, stuff like that, you know, I'm not going to get overly upset about, because, you know, anything like that can happen. Oh, 100%. And that's what it's all about, isn't it? And I mean, I love the cross-city line, and like we showed on the stream on Wednesday, there's that glassworks that that chap was talking about earlier on. But it's just another stretch of line out of New Street, and New Street's such a hub, and you kind of almost felt a bit restricted doing the cross-city line, so it's good to be able to do this stretch of the West Coast Main Line. Yeah, thank you very much for joining us, FPS Gamer. Really enjoyed your company, and yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, yes, it's got bugs, but my goodness me, it's got potential. Yeah, absolutely, Southwestern. But the thing is, I think I'm right in saying, I mean, the current era for the London North Western services, they tend to go via the Trent Valley, don't they? But I think there was a time when they run Crewe to Euston via Birmingham New Street. I'm going to be speeding again for this 60. Don't think I'm going to get any points tonight for obeying the speed limits. And I know there's a, I don't know if she calls herself this now, but there's a YouTuber called The Angel of Crewe, and she's done loads of videos actually recording at Crewe and in and around Crewe. So I'm sure she's absolutely delighted that this is coming into the game. But I think it's great, the fact that with Train Sim Classic combined as well, you know, you've got the Northampton Loop as well with Train Sim Classic, then you've got pretty long runs now. beast of a section this is actually, because you're constantly fighting going either downhill or uphill. You feel like telling the drivers going the other way, well, you might have a problem getting into New Street. Oh, I enjoyed that rumble over the points. That sound good. Ah, right, you mean the game, the game closed you down at Wolverhampton, did it? Right, so we've got 60. It's a good chance to use. The good thing about the Voyager, you've got this minimum brake feature on it, haven't you? Which is probably quite handy for these sections. Alright, okay, dude. Hi, welcome back, Kane. We're not going to be on for too much longer. We're going to go as well. Hopefully, if we can get there, we're going to go as far as Stafford, and then I really had better call it a day, because I've got to be up at sort of 6:30, 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Ah, right, it's one of those situations. That's happened to me before, dude. So there's definitely one or two strange things going on. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that it's just that they've released the wrong release build, and then all being well, that'll be all fixed pretty soon. No, it's a Voyager, Kane. Yeah, I mean, I know, like, with the signals, occasionally you get things like, if you're driving a steam train, you could have the issue where your cab's further back than the front of the train, so you can pass through a red signal. But it sounds like it's something along the lines of that the sort of the signal marker's set a little bit further back than it should be. Yeah, it's got to be the last one, Kane. Yeah, bed is definitely beckoning for me. I mean, I'd love to go on all night, but unfortunately, there is no chance of that, I'm afraid. I was originally going to do a Pendolino run to Crewe, but again, we just run out of time. Hopefully these problems will be fixed really soon. No, I'm sure that it will be sorted. Southwestern. I think there's too much resting on this, and to be fair, I think listening to, Richie Rail did a good interview with the All Aboard studio team, and they seem absolutely dedicated and passionate about what they've done, and hopefully I've got quite a bit of confidence that they have got loads and loads of plans and stuff to come out in the future. I think they're going to be really big for Train Sim World. Yeah, definitely, I'm afraid. Correct, that's right. can't be falling asleep at my desk. I'll get shouted at. Yeah, I would definitely be happy with that. I kind of hope, in some ways, that... and again, I'm usually completely off the boil with these suggestions, but I hope that they are going to like build on it a little bit, like with the way Just Trains have done. So sort of doing Crewe to Liverpool would be fantastic. I'd love them to do hey, up here's another Pride Pendolino. I'd love them to do a collaboration with Alan Thompson. And I know there's past history between Alan Thompson and...
We are now approaching Wolverhampton.
Please mind the gap
Kieran.
between the train and the platform, and take care when stepping down from the train.
But it'd be a great opportunity to get Crewe into the Manchester Airport commuter route, so that would be a good one. There's opportunities as well doing the other end, you know, Birmingham New Street to Milton Keynes. I'd love to see the Walsall line put in and around Bescot, and you know, if you could have like the back of this line, and you know, you could avoid Birmingham New Street. Ah, excellent, David. Oh, you're one of the Blackpool gang, are you? Of course, we've got Tom, haven't we, who's from Blackpool, who's from Just Trains. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to Crewe Preston as well. And okay, we're different eras, but crikey O'Reilly, we've got a huge section of line then, haven't we? We've got Birmingham New Street to Carlisle. Well, in theory, you would think they could, but I don't know whether there's any great intention or enthusiasm from the ATST, but I don't know. I hope something can be done. Because I'd love to see that section filled in. Ah, fair enough, Kane. I thought you might have been heading towards sleep with listening to me for the whole of this stream. Oh, excellent, David. Yeah. Oh, that must have been an absolute dream for you.
Wolverhampton. This is a cross-country service to Manchester Piccadilly. The next station is Stafford.
We've got another door stuck again. It won't let me... I wonder if it'll let me do it in photo mode, just out of curiosity. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't... No, you can't see it, can you? I never understood why they said that Molyneux was in there, because it's quite a distance off from the station anyway. Nice how they modelled all the signage and stuff like that. Right, let's get this door sorted out then. Oh. Is it going to allow us?
The next station is Stafford. This is a cross-country service to Manchester Piccadilly.
No, I think it is going to make us sort this thing out, isn't it? At least we're stopped. Good evening, Sam. Yeah, thanks for joining us on this this late night stream. and we are enjoying this route, but we have had a few problems. The timetable seems to be really booked going towards Birmingham New Street, but we're hoping it's just
The next train to arrive at platform 1 will be the 14:10 West Midlands Railway service to Shrewsbury, calling at Wolverhampton, Bilbrook, Hodsall, Albrighton, Cosford, Shifnal, Telford Central, Oakengates, and Shrewsbury. Platform 1 for the 14:10 West Midlands Railway.
I missed it, this dodgy door. Another walk up the train. Yeah, we're hoping it's just a dodgy release build, but a few problems so far. Yeah, definitely right. Definitely right. Perhaps I just need to open and shut the doors again or something. If we can't get the door shut, then we'll call it a day at Wolverhampton. It's not looking good, is it? Yeah, the route's excellent, yeah. Yeah, for some reason, we cannot... Passenger door has become stuck. Identify... So it's saying there again. I'm going to have one last look. I think, funnily enough, this isn't even a bug. This isn't even a bug with the...
Platform 4 for the 13:59 London North Western Railway service to Birmingham New Street, calling at Coastal and Birmingham New Street.
Yeah, I've tried that Southwestern. Yeah, I've tried that. It just isn't playing ball. I think this is actually nothing to do with the route. This is back to the Voyager fault. I mean, I had switched them off, but these faults, but they seem to have manifested themselves again. I think I'll probably give it a... I'll have one last... We'll have one last go, and then... but failing that, we'll... not in a minute. We'll probably have to give it... call it a day for the night. It's getting late anyway. Now I can't. Oh, that was a bit weird. Yeah, if only got it smack the dodgy door. me.
International, Stafford, Wolverhampton, Smethwick, Golden Bridge, Birmingham New Street.
You know. That door. We'll do that opening shutting thing which was a bit of an issue to begin with. We will not looking good, is it? I presume if we try and move off, it's going to say that we can't gain any power because we haven't got any doors shut. So if you press Y, it just does not want to unlock them. That's doing it manually. Yeah, it's just not playing ball, is it? It doesn't recognise that they're closed. Doesn't seem to be. I mean, I've tried all that. How do you do that then? I don't know. You reset the physics, Southwestern. I don't know. I can't remember how you do it. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, reset simulation physics. There we go, yeah. Right, so what we'll do now... Let's try. I think the problem is they are actually shut, but the game is saying that they are. So we'll have one last go. We'll just try saving it, and then we'll try reloading it from there. But I suspect we're going to have to call it a night. But either way, enjoyed it. I don't think this is going to work. Anyway, they do say with these opening night streams, well, have a look at it, warts and all, and I think there's been a few warts. minute. No way.
The next station is this is a cross-country service to Manchester Piccadilly.
There we go. Got there in the end. Persistence has paid off. Mile-an-hour section out of Wolverhampton. We don't want caps lock on, do we? There we go. Right, we have all systems go to the finish then. I mean, you look at the detail here with the overhead catenary. And just the way all those I don't quite know what you call them actually, those connectors that are hung down from the gantries, absolutely incredible detail. So I mean, it's a stunning route. I mean, and funnily enough, I mean the issues we've had there with the Voyager I think are nothing to do with DTG. This is to do with this bug about the faults, and I thought I got it switched off, but I must make sure next time I drive it to make sure it's definitely off again. The one thing about avoiding all the ambassador streams is I've got no idea whether they've also had all these similar problems. I mean, I think from what Southwestern was saying that maybe they have had a few problems as well. But I wasn't quite expecting it to be as volatile as it has been. So I'm hoping now we are non-stop to Stafford. The great thing is, I mean, once Alan Thompson's routes has fully got all the Voyager services in, then such as this, we'll be able to do this service as far as Stafford and then pick it up again at Stockport and do the final part of the run. So you're going to be able to do at least bits of the full painted to Manchester Piccadilly service, which will be quite good. Right, yeah, fantastic, Southwestern. Yeah, I'll definitely have to have a look. I noticed you've got your snazzy titles, which are very impressive. So yeah, I'll have to give it a go and have a look. And I presume when you say like train spotting stuff, you mean kind of real life train spotting rather than train sim train spotting. Yeah, Brill. No, it's good to be able to to do these things. And best of luck with it all as well. I mean, I know with my own experience, it's kind of like persistence pays off, and I know sometimes it's just finding the time to do all these things, and you know, you've got other things going on in your life as well, whether it's, you know, sort of work, exams, schools, wherever it might be. Yeah, it's an interesting place, Eastleigh, isn't it? Lots going on there. Very interesting part of the country. So yeah, I'll enjoy watching some of those videos. But again, you know, I mean, people always said to me, and it's like, well, you know, as long as you enjoy it, and you know, I certainly do, and I do enjoy doing these streams. And okay, tonight's been a bit fraught and traumatic at times, but I suppose at the end of the day, it's still only a game, and you know, nobody's any the worse for it. Yeah, keep going with it and enjoy it. I think you know, I talk to a lot of my work colleagues, and they kind of say to me that I think they're kind of surprised just how many people are interested in trains, and I'll say, yeah, there's a load of interest in trains. And you know, I know it's always going to be a little bit of a niche hobby, which is absolutely fine. But there's plenty of interest. Yeah, cheers, dude. Yeah, much appreciated. I think you know, I'm delighted that, you know, personally that I've passed the 1,000 subscriber mark. I can't quite believe it's taken a couple of years, but I kind of feel as though this is only the start. There's Penkridge. Yeah, there you go. See that little spot there, which is kind of a bit like a car park, but basically that's where Penkridge Market is. So that looks absolutely spot on. And there's a couple of locations. I mean, I'm hoping I can do another video at some point and kind of show some of these places in a bit more detail, a bit more composed way, but the detail is absolutely unreal. And I think, I mean, the All Aboard team, the Kez and I can't remember the other chap's name, but they are kind of from this neck of the woods, so they really do have a passion for it as well. Yeah, there's not much difference actually, Southwestern. It's brilliant how it's done, and again, I've spent many a hour back in the day on Stafford Station. And you know, go back to the 80s, and the thing about Stafford is you've always had, not every train's always stopped at Stafford, so used to have the 86s and 87s hurtling through the station at full speed. And I always remember the time as well in the mid-1980s when Crewe station was closed for a couple of months because of absolutely substantial work that they did rationalising the tracks at Crewe, and Stafford station suddenly became kind of Crewe station number 2, which was an interesting period. unfortunately, I don't think it's in the game, but we'd love to have the APT at the Crewe Heritage Centre as well at Crewe. That would be the crowning glory. Hi James. It's absolutely brilliant, James. I mean, there are faults with it, as shall we say, with, I think it's the release build, at least we hope so. I mean, some of the both the time, well, this timetable run's been all right, apart from the fact that half the Voyager was stuck outside of Birmingham New Street. So the timetable's a bit bugged to go the other way as well. We had to get rid of about 30 trains to get us into New Street. But I'm hoping it's just a release build error, all being well. But it's the modelling of it's absolutely superb. Yeah, definitely Southwestern, because it's a bit like with what Johannes did with the Mildmay line, where he did that. I can't remember what it was now. Was it a Transport Tycoon model that he did for the Docklands Light Railway? The point being, it doesn't have to be drivable. The real APT isn't drivable at the moment, so it'd be good to see something put in by somebody. Yeah, thank you very much, David. Much appreciated you stopping with us. We are just about to call it a day when we
are now approaching
come into
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform, and take care when stepping down from the train.
But this route has absolutely so much potential. It's so busy, and it's another stretch of the West Coast Main Line. And hopefully, I mean, it's only Tuesday, so I'm kind of thinking, well, if they've released the wrong build, there's time before the end of the week to get this sorted out and get the right release build in the game. Yeah, it can be the way, James. Yeah, it can be the way. And again, I don't know whether that's a problem with, say, the 350 or with the train itself, or whether that's a kind of a TSW6 thing. Yeah, thank you very much, Southwestern. Well, we are calling it a day anyway here. This is our last stop into Stafford. But yeah, thank you very much as ever for joining us. And yeah, I look forward to watching some bits and pieces on your video and your channel as well. So there we go. That has been our opening night release stream.
For the 14:02 cross-country service to Manchester Piccadilly, calling at Manchester Piccadilly only.
I mean, that isn't right either, is it? It would be calling at Stoke-on-Trent, Macclesfield, Stockport and Manchester Piccadilly, but anyway, not to worry. So it's not been the most straightforward stream I've ever had, but once the bugs have been sorted out, this is one absolutely superb add-on. Yeah, thank you very much again, dude, appreciated. Okay, James. Yeah, well, it might be you might just need to have a fiddle around, and there might be just something that's not quite working out right for you. It might be just getting the hang of setting the thing up sometimes. There are issues sometimes in free roam modes that I do know, but hopefully you can get that sorted out. So we'll call it a night there, and as I say, once they've sorted out the issues with the timetable and one or two of the bugs, then this is one absolutely fantastic add-on. And the scenery, the catenary, there's loads of stuff that look absolutely superb, but just a shame that a few teething problems, but it's only the first day. I mean, you could argue till the cows come home about, well, it should have been fixed before they released it, but they've done it before, DTG, where they've released the wrong release bill. So I'm hoping that's all it is. But thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. And if you are new to the channel and you'd like to consider liking and subscribing, then I'd be, as ever, tremendously grateful. But we'll be back Sunday with a live stream at 5 o'clock, and we'll do 4 hours of train sim action for that. We'll certainly have another go on this, and there's lots more that we can do. So thank you very much, and until next time, from Power Flower Trains and Planes, for now, it's good night.